Welcome to the Dublin Web Summit. I'm here with David Shing from AOL. Welcome, David.
Hi, how are you doing?
So, is this your first time in Dublin?
It is indeed.
Yeah, and are you enjoying it so far?
I'm excited to actually spend some time in the town and see what it's like.
Yeah.
My experience of Dublin has been on the outskirts, so it's my first time to sit it proper.
And AOL has an office here,
We do.
will
Yeah,
you be stopping by?
Yeah, I'm going to pop in and see them tomorrow. We have a pretty large development team here, focused primarily around search.
So you're a digital prophet. How do you get a title like that? It's a nice title.
Well, it comes from years and years of been kicking around the digital space. I'm sort of a digital maven for the last 15 years. Ran my own startup. Been at AOL as the head of media and marketing for Europe for a couple of years. And my part-time gig was sort of educating people about what's going on in digital. And so I was promoted into moving to the US to do that.
And tell me a little bit about what AOL is going to be doing in Europe in the next few years.
Well, for us, it's all about expansion. I mean, really what we've done is, buckled down to make sure that the AOL brand, which has lots of recognition, so people know the brand really well. We're working on the relevancy of the brand, but at the same time, we're expanding the tentacles of AOL. Our focus has really been around some mountain brands, so we've got brands outside of AOL that are actually ones that we're really promoting, like My Daily. So it's a very big women's site in the UK. We're looking to expand that. But really our international expansion, or in fact European expansion, will be mainly hanging off Huffington Post. So we've recently launched in the UK. We're about to launch in France, and that will be the tentacles that we sort of hang off in the UK, around Europe. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And with the Huffington Post, do you have any current plans for any Irish output?
We're reviewing those all the time. So at the moment, no immediate plans that I can talk about, but we're always in review.
Mm-hmm. And the other obviously big news development AOL has is Patchcom.
Yeah.
That's growing rapidly in the States. Where are the plans for it outside of the US?
Yeah, so look, at the moment we're still trying to get the US strategy right. We're always evaluating what we need to do for expansion. And as you know, every single time you launch a site, so whether it's here, domestically in Europe or whether it's US based, there are many nuances that have to make it really valuable to the local audience. So at the moment we're still focused on the US. We are just south of 900 sites in the US. So until we sort of get to critical mass there, I think that we'll get that right before we actually do any expansion.
Do you think there is an audience for something like Patch in Europe? Do you think the user here is similar to that in the US?
Yeah, look, that's a great question. The reality is, yeah. And for that, what is Patch? Patch is a hyper-local play. Now, hyper-local really allows us to say, well, gone are the days of the local newspaper. A lot of them aren't around anymore. People put a lot of billboards up inside their, the local community boards in supermarkets, etc. People still put picket signs up around the sort of streets. The idea of Patch is to bring all of those communications that are really offline online. But one thing that's really valuable and why I think it'll work in any audience is what we've actually done is opened up the ability to blog on the site. So not just have the local editor of a newspaper and editors contributing to real content, but also have people, like the public to actually take ownership and comment on it. We did that in the US, and we've already found out that it's blown up the sites. It's fantastic in terms of that content. So people really start owning their local community.